Hey guys, welcome back to Play on Footy. My name is Bailey, and today we're going to be looking at the Essendon Bombers trade talk for 2024. Look, a disappointing year for the Bombers. They started off really strongly, and they finished 11th for the season under new coach Brad Scott. And so, what we're looking to see is a couple of departures, potentially, as a result of a somewhat underwhelming year for them. So we're looking at Jaden Laverde and Jake Stringer. They're potentially leaving the Bombers. It's one of those things. Jake Stringer's getting into his 30s now, and he's probably not as explosive as he used to be. Probably not as fit as he used to be. Going back to the 2016 Western Bulldogs premiership year, he obviously came from the Bulldogs to the Bombers. Sydney and GWS are probably looking at Jake Stringer a lot at the moment. But yeah, there is the scenario where he does remain in the red and black for 2025. But his name has been floated. And defender Jaden Laverde is another contracted Bomber who could hit the open market, but leading a landing spot is yet to emerge. So that's another one to watch. Off-contract players, they've got Jaden Davey, Will Setterfield, and Sam Weedman. Weedman came from Demons and hasn't really broken into the best 22 for a while, best 23. So, yeah, look, it's probably an interesting sort of stage that the Bombers are going through. They're still going to be hanging on to the aging ruckman Todd Goldstein, who, again, only played for sort of half the season with Draper then coming back and being the number one ruck. And look, Essendon will be looking to target some players. They've got Josh Rotham from the Eagles. So he's sort of a fringe player for the Eagles. Josh Rotham, he's looking to play probably in that sort of half-back flanker role for the Bombers, as well as Finn McGuinness from Hawthorn. He's another one that's been floated around as well as premiership defender from the Lions, Jackson Pryor, who did stand in for a lot of the ACL ravaged defenders or players of the Brisbane Lions for season 2024. Jackson Pryor did a fantastic job for the Brisbane Lions this year to stand in for them. I thought he did tremendously well, and I honestly think he'd be helping out Mackay and the Essendon's backline for a long time to come. I think the way he handles himself and everything like that, I think is just top notch. So if they could nab those, or Jackson Pryor, I think is probably the standout, as well as Finn McGuinness. Not really sold on Josh Rotham. I'm an Eagles man, and I certainly don't think he would add tremendous value to the Bombers. But, I guess Josh has got to go somewhere. I don't think he's going to be breaking into the best 23 of the Eagles in 2025. So that's for Essendon. Look, in terms of the list, they do have the 12th oldest. So this is the beginning of the 2024 season. They were the 12th oldest team in the league. Todd Goldstein was obviously the highest games played for them. So there's about 13 players that have played 100 plus games for the Bombers, and most finals players with finals experience for the Bombers that they do have are 22. So that's just something to go there. It's just interesting because I guess with the Bombers, right, they've got on paper, merit. They've got Shields, who's really been sort of on the retire, or he's been on the outside a little bit. He's had to play a lot of VFL, and then in the forward line, you've got Tumita Peter, who's been probably okay for the Bombers, as well as Will Langford as well. So. Kyle Langford, not Will Langford. But yeah, look, they have had a lot of retirees this year. So Dyson Heppel, Jake Kelly's retired, Kane Baldwin, Nick Hind got delisted, but potentially going to Carlton. And then Tex Wanganeen been delisted. So look, they are trying to cull and get rid of some of Deadwood. And obviously Brad Scott was his first year in charge, so he's trying to get in control of his list and get the right players in for the club. But yeah, going forward, I don't see the Bombers in the top 8 going into 2025. They really need more leaders, and they want their younger guys to stand up. I think Merritt's been fantastic as a leader as a whole, to commit to the Bombers as long as he has. Nick Martin's a fantastic find. He's been great off the halfback flank. You've also got in the middle, obviously Merritt, but who was the other guy in there? His name evades me, number 6, but he played really well for the Bombers this year. So yeah, they do have some good players all round. Elijah Tatsis has been great, and Ben Hobbs has been floated at the trade table, but it's just whether or not he can get to another club is yet to be seen. So yeah, look, what do you guys reckon? Comment down below, like and subscribe. They do have picks 8 and 28, so they really don't have much to go off in terms of draft picks. It's just whether or not they want to be swapping picks for actual pre-made and tried and talented players. So I think that's what they've got to really work out there. I'm just having a look at what Jai Caldwell, sorry, that was the guy's name. So Jai Caldwell, he's been an absolute find for the Bombers, and he's going to be another upstanding leader for the Bombers going forward. And look, it just really depends on where Brad Scott really wants to take the team, because they do have on paper some reasonably good players. It's not like the Melbourne Demons or the Richmond Football Club or Eagles to a certain extent. They've certainly got talent there that they can really foster and harbour, and really trying to climb back up to the top and play finals football, which has really eluded them for such a long time. But I don't see in 2025 them being in the top 8, but they'll definitely try to, I guess, maintain what they've got and trying to work some things out there. But comment down below, like and subscribe. Where do you see the Bombers in 2025? Who do you think they will try and target in this trade period and draft period? I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.